All right, let's talk about something that every single one of us struggles with: procrastination. We're gonna dive into why our brains are actually hardwired to put things off, and then, the best part, I'm gonna show you a few simple tricks to outsmart that little voice in your head. So let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? It's like you've got your whole day planned out, you know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, but when it's time to actually do it, nope. You do literally anything else. It's a full-on civil war between the part of you that wants to be productive and the part that, well, it just wants to watch one more cat video. Well, it turns out there's a very clear winner in that battle, at least in the moment. And understanding why that impulsive part of your brain keeps winning is the absolute first step to finally taking back control. Okay, first things first, let's just get one thing straight. Procrastination does not make you a bad person. It's not a character flaw. It's not about being lazy or undisciplined. It's more like a really complex puzzle. And today, we're gonna find all the missing pieces. I mean, think about it. That one task that's been hanging over your head, you know all the reasons you should just get it done. You know all the bad things that will happen if you keep putting it off. Logically, it makes absolutely zero sense to wait. And yet, we do. Why? That's the real question. So let's get into the science of this "I'll do it later" mindset. We're gonna look at the clever and, sometimes really frustrating tricks your brain plays on you to convince you that later is always the better option. Here's the thing you gotta remember. At its core, your brain is an ancient machine. Seriously, it evolved to deal with immediate problems and immediate rewards, like, oh, there's a tiger, run, or ooh, berries, eat. It did not evolve to care about an abstract deadline that's 2 weeks away. You're basically running on hardware that isn't optimized for our modern world. And that brings us to this huge idea in psychology: present bias. It's basically a mental shortcut where your brain gives way more importance to how you feel right now. So that little hit of relief you get from avoiding a tough task in this very moment, to your brain, that feels way more real and way more valuable than some fuzzy, distant feeling of accomplishment later on. And this chart, it just lays out the battle perfectly, doesn't it? Your now brain is all about that instant gratification, that sweet little dopamine hit from doing something easy and fun. It just punts all the stress and the consequences down the road for your future brain to deal with. The problem is, your brain treats future you like a total stranger, a stranger who, unfortunately, is still gonna be you. And of course, present bias isn't the only culprit here. Oh no. Sometimes it's just a straight-up fear of failing. Or maybe it's the opposite: perfectionism. The task feels so big and so important that we're terrified to even start, because what if it's not perfect? Or maybe we just don't even know where to begin. The task is so vague or huge that we're just completely overwhelmed and we freeze up. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the problem. Our brains are basically wired to choose later, but here is the good news. We don't have to fight our brains head on. We just have to be a little bit smarter. So let's look at some super simple fixes that can get you some really big results. We've all been there, right? You look at a project and it just feels like a mountain. It's so massive, so intimidating, that your natural instinct is to just turn around and walk away. And that's why I love this quote. It's all about changing your perspective. That big, scary project, it's not one giant, impossible thing. Nope. It's just a bunch of small, totally manageable steps hiding in a trench coat. The trick is to stop looking at the whole mountain and just focus on the very first step. Which brings us to our first amazing technique, the 2-minute rule. This is so powerful because it's so simple. You're not gonna write your novel. No, you're gonna open the document and write one sentence for 2 minutes. See the difference? Anybody can do something for just 2 minutes. And the magic here is that starting is always the hardest part. This rule makes starting almost ridiculously easy. Okay, fine. But what about those tasks that aren't hard or scary? They're just, so mind-numbingly boring. You know, the ones our brain will do literally anything to avoid because there's just no reward in sight. For those, you can try a strategy called temptation bundling. It's brilliant. You just link something you want to do with something you need to do. So, for example, you only let yourself listen to your favorite podcast while you're folding the laundry, or you only get to watch that new show on Netflix while you're on the exercise bike. You're basically giving your brain that immediate reward it's craving while you're actually getting stuff done. It's a win-win. So as we wrap this up, the goal isn't to become some perfect, hyper-productive robot who never wastes a second. That's not realistic. It's just about understanding the game your mind is playing and then learning a few key moves so you can win a little more often. And honestly, if you remember anything, let it be this. Stop trying to fight procrastination with pure willpower. It's like trying to hold back the ocean. You're gonna get tired and you're gonna lose. Instead of brute force, use a better strategy. Work with your brain's quirks, not against them. And that strategy can be boiled down to one number: 2. Just 2 minutes. That's all it takes to trick your present bias. It's such a small, non-threatening amount of time that it just slips right past your brain's defenses. It breaks that cycle of, "I'll do it later," before it can even start. I mean, we've all heard it a million times. The hardest part of any journey is taking the first step. Well, the 2-minute rule's whole purpose is to make that first step laughably, incredibly small. It basically takes that giant locked door of a task and turns it into a tiny little step you can easily walk over. So I'll leave you with this one question. Don't worry about tomorrow or even later today. Just think about the next 2 minutes. Right now, what is one small thing you can start for just 2 minutes?